Welcome to all of you. So this is my introduction. You saw just the sunset, which is happening right now. I'm gonna go back to it after I talked about the things that I would like to talk for this lunar eclipse in Capricorn. A lunar eclipse is when the sun moves in front of the moon and covers it and highlights the moon. Where the moon is in right now is in Capricorn and the sun is in Cancer. So these two are opposite each other, right? Of all the zodiac signs, Capricorn and Cancer are facing each other. And Cancer, as we saw, is the chariot, is the success, is the third eye, is going forward, is being focused, and is being driven, right, by this celestial connection from within, from a higher purpose. Now, Capricorn is the devil card, and a lot of people really have difficulty with the devil card, and particularly a Capricorn always, when I show them the card, they look at it and they're just like, no, that's not me, that's no, thank you, you know what I mean? So it's like they're really not into it, and I think they're right. You know, I think that Capricorn here in this deck, it's a little more approachable, right? This sexy guy, and he hands you his support, but when he hands you the support, he will enslave you, right? So he has this way about him, right? Here I am, I give you my help, but then you're my slave. I can do whatever I want with you. Now, looking at this card, right? So as you can see, there's a couple being attached to the devil, and the devil is the keeper of all taboos. And as you can see, he holds in his right hand the fire, the spark, that creative sexual energy, which is the tail of the male is generated, right? It's like he's like sexual because of that, right? She, on the other hand, has the fruit as a tail, the seed, that the fire, the sexual energy, comes together with this energy of here in her tail. Now, when you look really close, they're not attached to a point where they couldn't get free. So they're, in a way, free to untouch and to get out of this connection, right? And as you can see, he also has wings, and he has the ram horns, which is usually Aries, that initiate, that starting of the spring, where then when Capricorn, they have their sexual intercourse in Aries, the babies are then being born. Now, if you can see here above his head, he has the pentagon, right? The 5-pointed star. Penta is 5 above his head, but pointing downwards, meaning it's turned upside down, right? So this is a sign for us to know that he is working with this third eye energy, not in the most positive way. Okay, so a lot of symbolism going on here in this card. If you look at this new version of the devil, you can see his chest. He has here clearly the pentagon in 6-pointed, right, star, and he actually letting you know that he actually brings a union together here in this newer version. So this is what I want to let you know, is that the devil is only appearing when the dualities are off balance, which is what's happening right now. Everything is off balance, right? So Capricorn is about structures, Capricorn is about organizations, Capricorn is about leadership, it's about individuality, it's about relating, it's about coming into this understanding that we cannot live just exclusively on one side of these two sides. And so here I have painted the Capricorn in a yoga position, and it is the dancer pose. In the night and in the day, we have to find this dance or this game, right, that we are playing every inhale and every exhale. We have to understand that this balance is deep within us, right? And when we touch it, we touch the light and the dark within us. We understand that we have two sides. Now, the card isn't finished yet, right? It's very difficult for me to paint this card, I have to admit. All the other cards flow out of me, and I was really able to totally go for it, right? Now I have another one which is more like this, right? Less of this checkboard, like a, you know, sign. So still, right, we have these two opposite energies pointing at each other, touching each other, and finding this inner light beyond these two dualities that are constantly working on us, right? So what is happening, what we really need to understand in this whole lunar eclipse is that we are now moving to a place of becoming our own leader. Capricorn is someone that is actually leading, someone that is actually in a structure, in, let's say, organization, right? So organizations, of course, that are for the greater good for all of us. And we are here to learn that our consciousness is bringing this awareness, is bringing this union to these two opposites. One is home and one is work, right? Work, home balance, like how we all have been working from home, how we all have created now from home Zoom meetings, and not all jobs can be done from home, right? But a lot of them, and now we have to find the balance between each of them, right? So this is bringing a clear leadership into the world, right? Is asking for us to realize, I am the leader of my zodiac sign. I am finding the inhale and the exhale and the centeredness in that, right? And that's really all there is that we want to bring to this lunar eclipse, where the sun moves in front of the moon, and the sun is in Cancer, highlighting this emotional, more loving and caring energy, this healing energy, to an energy that's quite more negative and dark. But it's not really negative and dark. It's not chaining you to nothing unless you allow it, right? It's just, again, this dance between these dualities, this dance between constantly inhale and exhale, dark and light. That's all there is. That's what really the devil is. And of course the devil is the Greek god Pan, and pandemic or panic comes from that word. And Greek god Pan was the player, was the seducer, because that's when we had our sexual intercourse to then in spring give birth to the next generation. So for me, the Capricorn is definitely more this Greek mythology of the goat and the human, right? This wild side. He was the wild, he was the god of the wild, the god of the nymphs and the sheeps, and like just the wild nature, right? And so really we come to an awareness, to a new awareness that we would like to bring into the foreground right now, right? Highlighting that, highlighting a healing to the Capricorn energy, to the structures, through corporations that have been putting a CEO in front, so it's not a face anymore, it's just an organization that we have almost no chance to fight, right? And I think what is going to happen right now is that we are having more and more real leadership by small businesses, startups, again, where there is a face, there is a human, their consciousness leading this kind of business, right? And it will change everything, how so far we have actually lived and made money so far. So money will change, the way we make money will change, right? And then how we implement it. We vote with our money. Every moment when I spend $1, when I spend €1, when I spend a yen, whatever you're spending, you at that moment spending it on another human being. You're spending it on a group of people who are either devoting their energy to the earth to do it in a good way, or just totally don't give a damn about the earth and just exploiting it. So you vote with your money, and that's where we are, where the highlight is coming in through the sun, right? Looking at what we have done wrong and now what we can do fresh and new, right? Entrepreneurship. So now it comes your personal reading. I hope they highlight to you exactly what you need to be doing, and I thank you again for listening. Namaste. So I'm going to turn the camera again. Welcome, Cancer. So this is your reading for this coming full moon in Capricorn, and of course also lunar eclipse, where the sun is moving again in front of the moon, highlighting basically, or covering the moon, the full moon. And it's going to show us something very profound. So I picked a flower from my garden or from my balcony to help us with this beauty, right? To see how amazingly intricate, right, life is, and how we have to protect it. And Capricorn usually is in the tarot the devil, and I feel for myself it's God Pan, right? It's not the devil. For me it's God Pan, and God Pan is this wild god who was the goat, half man, and was the one that played the flute and danced with the nymphs and was wild, right? And so I picked the game of black and white, or light and darkness in the dancer pose as that position for the Capricorn, right? So I haven't finished the picture yet, right? I just started to paint it, and there's things that I still need to add to it, which I will then photograph in the front. But just you get an idea, right? That for me, the devil is man-made, right? We have always struggled with these two energies, positive and negative, right? And up and down and in and out, and being full and being empty, right? And so here we're learning, especially you, Cancer, right now, because this is your birthday, right? So then this is your new year that's starting from now on, right? So what are your goals? What do you want to let go? What is it that's not working in your life anymore, right? So on the 5th, right, we have this lunar eclipse, and this is bringing a new direction, right? And when we think of a new direction, particularly for you, it's like in relationships, a new direction. And for some reason, you could meet your soulmate, right? So when I look at the astrological points for you, you've got to move forward. If you are not in a good relationship, so let's see, there's a few that fell out. It's too many. Oh my God. Right, so I also bring this. All right, so I shuffle really good and I really bring the cards to a mix, but there's a few cards now from Pisces reading. Also water sign, right? Yeah. So everything for you is a new beginning, is to jump into this pool of infinite possibility, into the flower of life. Cancer, you've got to make that jump. You've got to make that jump. What is it that you want? Right, when you look back at your year, what you want to let go and what you want to now bring into your life. And for you, you have to find your boundaries because you are that big healer. And here, this is Scorpio in the court cards, the King of Cups. Very loving, kind personality. Very in tune, very in touch. And I feel that you as a water sign, right? You're like bringing in the ocean. You are more like the ocean. And you're the beginning of summer. And you have to create boundaries because you are giving sometimes too much. So here you have maybe a counterpart for you, some loving, kind personality that can help you to find your boundaries, because what's crossing that energy is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is change. It's everything is changing and it's like it's reoccurring, right? These energies are reoccurring. Light, dark, right? And it's constantly giving us a dance, this dance of movement. This is what the world is about. Nothing stays fixed. Nothing stays the same. And in your recent past, you are the magician. You have created, you have manifested. But then you have to start again, right? So you think you have arrived in an amazing place, but there's more to discover until you die. You want to continue growing until you die. What's below you is like this remembrance, Six of Cups of your past. Remembering the good times and remembering this year, right, of the last year, and now bringing that memory into the foreground and knowing that this is possible again to have an amazing new year. Because in this, you have the Devil and the Tower. Something is breaking a codependency to a relationship. You gotta get out of that relationship. Not good for you. And it's astrologically said, right? That you have to get out of this energy. I'm just gonna look. I have a few notes, right? Cancer. Yeah. Bring this moon, this Capricorn full moon will bring relationship issues up, right? And bringing the boundaries that you have a difficult time to set. because you're always giving and giving and giving and giving, and at one point it's like, okay, enough, right? Let nothing dominate you. And then what's coming is that you have 3 cards for the future. You're going to be surrounded by attending 7th of Pentacles, attending the earth, you, the beautiful energy of the ocean, right? The moon, the Empress, the Queen of Queens. And she walks away. She's no more taking bullshit from no one. She knows who she is, and she walks away into the sun, into this new awareness of herself, this new attention. She pays attention to herself, and she's attending the earth with her loving touch. You are the natural healer of all the cards. You're the Queen of Cups. I want to know what the 2 of Pentacles is about. Wow. King of Water, twice. You have to trust someone will be coming into your life, giving you exactly what you're asking for. And it could be a Scorpio, right? Another water sign. Why not? Right? Sometimes they say, of course, it's all the signs, all the water signs, right? This could also be you. But the King of Water is Scorpio. So when you make that decision, when you make that change, this beautiful being will come into your life. Okay, let's see at your oracle. The Sorcerer. Number 12. The number 3. And this is your new year of all possibilities. The rainbow holds, right, all the 7 chakras. You will create this new year for you in a really beautiful way. And you can meet your soulmate, your true soulmate. You have powerful cards out. Right, so you are the sorceress or sorcerer. You have that power to free yourself from this relationship. And again, remember, right, when we look at this, we are in this game of black and white, light and dark all the time. And when we're not connected to this, then negative things happen. And so the devil, when you look at the devil, right, for me the devil is this position. He dances between the light and the dark. And when we get out of sync of this game, then it becomes evil, then it becomes toxic. I wish you an amazing meditation for this lunar eclipse, right? Full moon in Capricorn. Remember, right, the symbolism of this new leadership that now needs to come in. Like, what is it that we want to show to this earth, right? New leadership, new awareness, new manifesting skills. And the sun is still in your sign, right, on this day. So the sun is moving in front, and this loving energy is moving in front of the Capricorn energy, and it's actually bringing a new leadership that is clear and confident, that is loving and kind, to balance things out. Thank you for watching, Cancer. I wish you a beautiful meditation. Namaste.